Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today I am here with an update to my January lineup with this Bridgerton planner. So Bridgerton is very hard to say. Hopefully I'm saying it right. I do not watch Bridgerton, but I did purchase this planner from Amazon actually at the very end of 2023. And I mentioned when I did my haul video at the beginning of 2024 that I didn't really have a purpose for this planner. I really purchased it because of the discs. I still love the discs. I think they're beautiful, but I also wanted to try to use the planner. And so I finally settled on something I'm going to do with this. But first, I did want to give an update on life right now. My last very short video, it was like 30 seconds long, was the Go Wild update. And I do plan to record a longer video talking about my reaction to Go Wild and just kind of starting to put together some of the things that I want to have for Go Wild. So that's on the list of videos to record. I also have plans to record February lineup videos, to do some travel planning. There's lots of videos that I have coming up. I know have a video that I wanted to do related to the Sunday basket, the method used by Organized 365. But last week was just kind of a rough week with the winter weather. The kids were out of school in my area for a while, and so I just feel like I'm just now recovering and getting back into the groove of things. So my schedule has been really rough for the month of January. It was kind of a rough start to the new year, let's just call it that. But I did want to give that like short update just because, I feel like I've been kind of sporadic with videos, even though I try to post regularly. It's really hard with kids in the house. So let's just get back to this planner. I have decided to turn this planner into a reading journal. So I did sometime in the past week watch several reading journal videos. I watched, for example, Jess with KNITPLANJESS. I'm pretty sure that's her name. I'll link it in the description. Her videos are awesome. I really love what she's doing with her reading journal. I've watched several other videos, but I decided to keep it simple for myself. Now, I do love to read. I used to read a lot more before kids. Now that I have two kids, I don't get the chance to read as much as I could or should, but I'm going to try to get back into it. My goal is to read 50 books this year. And so, it basically equals out to be about a book a week, although I can read much faster than that depending on the length of the book. But I'm going to show you what I've done so far. So again, this is the Bridgerton planner. I have flipped through this on my channel, so I'll link that video so you can see all the dividers and the pages and things like that. But I wanted to show you what I have already done. So the first part of it, I haven't done anything to it. I haven't done anything with this. This I haven't done anything with, but I think what I might do is track page count and how many pages I read each day. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for this. Although I read a lot of like digital books, ebooks, so I don't know if that will work really well. It might just be where I combine and just put the total page count for a single book at some point. So I'm still kind of like thinking out the plan there, but I think I do want to use it for page count in some way. I just haven't done that yet. And so I haven't done anything with this currently page. I think I might put favorite quotes or something like that on this page just to kind of use that page up. And then the monthly. I honestly don't have any plan for the monthly, and I might not use it for any particular reason, mostly because I like to save dividers. And so if I don't use the monthly, then I can save this divider and use it for something else and just cover the back and just use it as a divider. So I don't think I'm going to use the monthly for anything. And then for the weeklies. So the weeklies for January look like this. The color on the margin does alternate between, I think, like 2 or 3 colors. But this is the dashboard layout, as you can see. And so the first couple of weeks I didn't use it because I wasn't reading. And then mid-January I decided to go ahead and start getting back into reading. So I started right here on the 17th. And what I've decided to do is basically use this section. Like right here, I was reading in the middle of the night. I love to read. When I read, I will stay up and read and like skip sleep to read. So that's what that note is. But I'm going to use this section to kind of keep track of chapters and like larger plot stories or plot stories like plots and storylines in the books that I'm reading. And so I started off with a book that I've had in my stash for a while. It's Catherine Orsoro's The Lost Continent, and she has, I think, 5 books in that series, and I want to start and just read through it. I've read the first, I think, 2, maybe even 3, I don't remember exactly, but I'm starting with the first one, The Charmed Sphere. And I did finish it. I finished it right here at 4:30 in the morning on the 19th. And then I did skip these 2 days. Well, actually, I read like the prequel. Like it's like a little short novella. So I read that last night. But then I'm just basically, like I said, keeping track of like large storylines or plots here. I use this just to keep track of some notes because I ran out of space here, but I'm just using this page to keep track of like important figures or in important places. So this is a list of characters, and then this is a list of places, and that's pretty much it. So I think that this will work well for me. Again, like my real goal to read is to enjoy reading, and so I want to be able to keep track of like major story components, and so that's what this section is for. The Charm Sphere is a very light read, so I don't really need to keep track of anything. It's basically the characters getting together and falling in love, so there's not like any like big plot points that I need to keep track of. So I didn't journal here as much, but I think with like heavier, denser novels, I will take a lot more notes related to like what I need to remember for a particular character or a particular storyline. So, but again, this book, The Charm Sphere, was like a very light, like it's kind of like I would say like a fantasy romance. So it was a very easy read. So that is what I am thinking of doing. I did decorate it a little bit, but it's working out well. I have in the past taken a lot of journaling notes related to reading, and so I think it'll be fine for me to use it like this. It's not necessarily my favorite way of laying out a reading journal, but I wanted to use what I have instead of like pulling in some things, like my own DIY pages like some others I have seen. So this is my plan. I'm going to start with this week and just kind of put it together. I won't do a plan with me. I'm just wanting to tell you what this planner is going to be set up as for 2024, and I'm excited to do this. So what I will do is take these 2 pages. It's the last week of January. That just tells me that I need to get my February lineup set up. But these are the pages for January 22nd today, and then the rest of this week. And what I'm going to do is move it into my Franken planner. I actually need a cute little divider or something, probably just a post-it note. So I just grabbed like a random post-it note, sticky note, and I'm just going to put it right there so that way I can flip to the correct page. And I have all of my weekly pages for the current week, the 22nd, in here. And so now I'm ready to go. I'm still also really loving this like Franken planning method that I've used, that I showed it in a recent video where I just used just the weekly pages. That has worked really well. It kept this planner very thin, and I've enjoyed that. I did also add this bag to the front. This bag I got several years ago at Walmart. I like it because it's longer, like it's wider than the usual Happy Planner. Happy Planner kind of ends right here, and I feel like it makes the planner kind of like lopsided, but this one is longer, so it feels more like flat, especially when I open it up. It's just flatter to me. Hopefully you can see that. And so I'm able to still write on it, and it doesn't feel like kind of a weird thing. But I put all of my pens and highlighters in here right now. I don't have them because they're on the side of my desk, but I have a couple of pins in here that I can use just to keep track of some things, and some receipts in there as well that I need to get rid of. But yeah, again, short and simple video, wanting really just to talk about what I've done with this Bridgerton planner. And now I am all set up. I'm excited about adding a reading journal into my lineup. I used to take a lot of notes, like I said before, related to reading, because I like to read through series. And when you read through a series, especially if you're not binging it, keeping track of those notes can be a little like, you get a little bit lost in the story if you're skipping around and reading different series, multiple series at the same time. So this is my chance to try to get back into that habit, and to enjoy reading again. So that's it. Like I said, short video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. And until the next video, bye guys.